moment to Toastmaster Joan, who will tell us to be quiet. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joan.
Hello, actors. Okay. Coffee's not good for me this day. Okay, so let's have a quick survey. Let's make it fast. So who among you here enjoys solitude? Enjoy deep thinking? Likes one-on-one conversations? Prefer working alone? Not comfortable with conflict? Tend to think first before you speak? And you like to celebrate occasions on a small scale? Can I have a show of hands?
All of those.
Please. Show of hands. Okay. We have a lot of introverts here. Whoa. Those who are in these middle, maybe you are ambiverts. And those who are not, who cannot relate, then you are extrovert. You're an extrovert. So, I think to explain this, let's compare introverts and extroverts. So, introverts are people who are drawn to the inner world of thought and feeling, while extroverts are people who are drawn to the external life and activities. Introverts they recharge themselves by solitude, while extroverts recharge themselves by socializing. So, if you will describe a person, like an introvert person, a pervert, an introvert person, like a woman or a man, you would say that, this person is a man of thought, or a woman of thought. While extroverts are people who are a man or a woman of action. Now, why do we need to understand introverts? Why care about introverts? Well, according to recent study, 50% of the world's population are introverts. Why you don't know? Why you cannot see introverts? Of course, they're introverts, so you cannot really see them. So, I want to introduce to you to an author, Susan Cain. Who here have heard Susan Cain speaks in a TED? Yeah. Actually, this month I received a Toastmaster and she was featured here. I said, oh, I like this, and I'm going to speak about it because I can really relate because I'm one of those introvert people. So, in her book, I also read this book, and it's full of research about introverts and how people view introverts. The thing is that we need to care about introverts because first, we have a lot of introverts in the world. Second, we have a bias towards introverts. And third is that introverts we have a low, what do you call this? We misunderstood them. We have a lot of misconceptions about introverts. So let us hear her speak. I'm going to show you a clip from her recent speech in TED. Okay, so let's see.
We need to understand what introversion is. And it's different from being shy. Shyness is about fear of social judgment. Introversion is more about how do you respond to stimulation, including social stimulation. So extroverts really crave large amounts of stimulation, whereas introverts feel at their most alive, and they're most switched on, and they're most capable when they're in quieter, more low-key environments. Not all the time, these things aren't absolute, but a lot of the time. So the key then to maximizing our talents is for us all to put ourselves in the zone of stimulation that is right for us. But now here's where the bias comes in. Our most important institutions, our schools and our workplaces, they are designed mostly for extroverts, and for extroverts' need for lots of stimulation.
So you see, she's talking about the difference between introverts and shyness, and not all introverts are shy. They just don't want to talk. The second thing is she's talking about the bias. The thing is that in her book, she's talking about in 19th century, there's a shift, there's something happening in the world. There's a shift from 19th century, the culture of character, where they think about Abraham Lincoln. Books are about being about integrity, about character, and now in the boom of the 20th century, where we have a lot of businesses and technology, we are going to the culture of personality, where we have Tony Robbins, Dale Carnegie, who are who has a school about this. So, and also in the 21st century, we are now going to more individualistic. Like, have you heard about personal branding? So, about that. And she's saying is that extroversion became the cultural ideal of the 20th century and also more in the 21st century. And she said that in her book, that many introverts pretend or force themselves to be extroverts. The thing is that her message is that effectiveness comes from our natural talents. So she's looking for balance between introverts and extroverts, and as in our extroverted world, we should not be pushy to introverted people. So introversion is normal. In the book of Martellani's book, The Introvert Advantage, there are a lot of myths about introverts, and I want to run through here, which is not always true, I can say. They said that introverts are shy and don't like to talk. Introverts don't like people. Introverts don't like to go to public occasions. Introverts are weird and nerds. Introverts don't know how to relax and have fun. So these are negative perceptions about introversion. And as an introvert myself, especially this one, introverts don't know how to relax and have fun. They said that sewing, reading books, hiking alone. They said that these are boring stuff, which I myself, it's not. Introvert people knows how to relax. And for me, I love reading and enjoy it. We have a lot of famous introverts, and we could say that these introvert people, they excel in the places which you think only extrovert people will excel. So we have Steve Martin, comedian Steve Martin, Aung San Suu Kyi, Warren Buffett, Meryl Streep, an actress, Lara Page, Richard Branson, Albert Einstein, Audrey Hepburn, Mahatma Gandhi, Al Gore, J.K. Rowling, Tom Hanks, Bill Gates, and Julia Roberts. So these are the people in different arenas of life. We have business people, we have politicians, we have actresses in Hollywood, even in a lot of Nobel laureates, actually. The point is that introverts can excel in extroverted world. And the powerful tandem of extroverts and introverts, I'll show you Dr. Martin Luther King, who is a very extroverted person, but actually it was Rosa Parks, you know the story, a beautiful story about this, to people. And they have fought for the African American rights. Also for Steve Jobs to revolutionize the computer technology. If not for another Steve Wozniak, Apple will not really happen. So we have a lot of introverts in the world, and they are contributing a lot of things in the world. So the point is this: introverts should learn how to excel in their own field without compromising their natural selves, and to celebrate their uniqueness without feeling guilty about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Joan. Isn't it nice we can all, I think no matter who we are, whether we are introverts or extroverts or whatever works,